Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video, we're going to start collecting Warhammer 40,000, and today we're going to take a look at how we can start a Raven Guard force for the Space Marines with just 2 box sets. These 2 box sets in particular will be the Space Marine Combat Patrol and the Space Wolves Combat Patrol. 2 box sets I think that go nicely together to give us a bunch of units that really do work well for giving us the right sort of theme and units we're going to want for a Raven Guard force to not only be pretty decent on the tabletop, but also, you know, fit the theme of what the army is supposed to all be about. And so we're going to go through the contents of both box sets, talk a little bit about the units on the table, before at the end of the video showing you a little sample, 1000-point armor list, putting these 2 box sets together to give you a nice quick force to get on the table nice and quickly. The idea behind this is that these box sets generally have a pretty good discount on them from Games Workshop themselves, but also if you go to your local independent retailer or indeed plenty online stores as well, you can generally get about 5 to 25% off, adding an even further discount to these already discounted boxes. And so to begin with, first of all, we have the Space Marine Combat Patrol box set here. And we are going to start by talking about the captain here, or the lieutenant in Phobos armor. So the Lieutenant in Phobos armor is going to provide us with the nice aura of the ability to get some reroll wound rolls of 1 for friendly Raven Guard core units within 6 inch. Obviously, we've picked Raven Guard, otherwise it would be Space Marine. And then you've also got the Company Heroes rule, where you can take 2 lieutenants for the same HQ slot instead of just 1. This model has a mastercrafted Oculus bolt carbine as well, where it stops cover being able to be used against it. Rapid fire strength 4, damage 2 is pretty cool. Now, next to this, we then have 10 Infiltrators. Now, a lot of the models inside this box set are sort of pre-made designs. They are, you know, easy to build models. All of these kits are built as they are, except the Impulsor, which is a multi-part kit. But the Infiltrators are a really interesting unit to bring to the tabletop. Now, they've got Marksman bolt carbines, where unmodified hit rolls of 6 will automatically wound the target. They're still rapid fire strength 4, no AP, damage 1. And you've also got the option there for your Helix Gauntlet in there. Once per turn, the first failed saving throw by the bearer's unit has the attack reduced to its damage 0. And your Omni Scramblers as well mean enemy units can't set up on the battlefield as reinforcements within 12 inch of the unit as well. On top of this, you have concealed positions as well, where during deployment, you can deploy this unit anywhere on the table if every model in the unit has the ability and more than 9 inch away from the enemy deployment zone and enemy models. Now, on top of that, we then get 3 suppressors. These are a fast attack choice. They have some pretty decently big guns than the ones up the back there of the picture. Suppressors have their accelerator autocannons, heavy 3, strength 7, minus 1 AP, damage 2. Great for taking on, you know, smaller vehicles. And then the suppressing fire as well, where each time an enemy model makes an attack with an accelerator autocannon against an enemy infantry unit, if it hits score, the enemy can't fire Overwatch in this turn. So it can give you, you know, some nice little additional benefits there as well. We then get 3 Eliminators, which are a heavy support slot for the Space Marines. Eliminators are effectively our Primaris snipers. They're going to be armed in this particular box set with bolt sniper rifles, which have a variety of different rounds they can choose from. They can either get more AP, more damage with the mortis rounds, and potentially some mortal wound, or you can get extra shots in there with the hyperfrag rounds and some cool options to play around with for the units. Now, they also have Cammer Cloaks as well, where while they're receiving the benefits of cover, they're going to add 1 to their saving throws as well, which is pretty cool and goes nicely along with some of the Raven Guard units special rules. And then covering fire as well in the shooting phase after this unit has shot. If it's not in within engagement range of any enemy unit and it contains an Eliminator Sergeant equipped with an Instigator bolt carbine, it can make a normal move as if it were your movement phase. So some options there on what you can play around with. Unfortunately, this box set won't contain that Instigator bolt carbine. It will just have everyone equipped with the bolt sniper rifles. Lastly, you have an Impulsor, which is dedicated to transport. I don't think this model here particularly goes well with anything in this box set. I think there's definitely some other options you can play around with, but an Impulsor will give you a 6 model transport capacity. It's an assault vehicle, so units embarked in the transport can disembark even after the transport's made some moves. And then you've always got the ability to take shield domes for a 5-up invulnerable on the model as well. And so then we have the Space Wolves Combat Patrol. Now this box set contains a Primaris Lieutenant, and there is a little bit of interesting stuff here. Now, first of all, this model does come equipped with a Power Axe, which you can't take in the Raven Guard, but easily a nice little hand swap there with one of your Sergeant equips from the Intercessor box. Should give you a Power Sword or another option available to this model, and easily convert up this Primaris Lieutenant to be usable for your Raven Guard. The little pelts and stuff like that aren't too much an issue. Raven Guard captains do have little motives and stuff like that they use from the hunt that they sort of capture, so can certainly be cool little upgrades, but you've definitely got the bits inside the box set, and indeed, in case you have any other bits laying about, to certainly use this as a model for your Raven Guard force. Now, the Primaris Lieutenant is pretty much the same, got a lot of the same sort of similar effects that we have, just a different weapon loadout and not equipped with that Phobos armor like the other Lieutenant we've already talked about. Now, we then have 10 Intercessors for the Intercessor squad. They can be equipped with a variety of different weapons. You've either got the standard auto bolt rifle there, the standard bolt rifle being rapid fire 1, strength 4, minus 1 AP, damage 1. Auto bolt rifles dropping to assault 3, but losing AP. And you've got your Stalker bolt rifle. You will only be one shot with heavy 1, but your strength 4, minus 2 AP, damage 2. You've got a variety of different options you can take for your sergeants in different power weapons and indeed in some pistols as well. And you've also got the option for Astartes grenade launchers in the unit. Now the next unit we have is the unit of Reavers. These will be Hounds of Morkai inside the box set. You can just toss all that stuff away and just use them as Primaris Reavers, which the squad is just an upgrade pack to make them the Hounds of Morkai. So the Reavers are really easy to use. Reavers are going to provide you with Terror Troops. Enemy units within 3 inch will subtract 2 from their leadership. They're going to have their dual combat knives to get some extra attacks in there, giving them generally 3 attacks each, which is really cool. And then you've got your special issue bolt pistols, pistol 1, AP minus 2, damage 1 as well. They've also got their Reaver Grab Shoot, where they can get the Death from Above ability to effectively allow them to deep strike on the table. And Grapnel Launchers can give them not only the outflank ability, but they can make normal and advanced moves. They don't count any vertical distance for terrain, and they effectively zip line up there, which is pretty cool. The last model in this box set is the Invicta Tactical Warsuit, an elite's choice for the Space Marine. Probably one of my favourite Space Marine models. Raven Guard generally don't use a lot of vehicles, but I think this is the one to go for. Generally, I'm going to suggest you go the longer range gun on this model. I think the Twin Iron Hail autocannon there is definitely going to be the way to go. So you can swap out that Incendium cannon for the autocannon. Heavy 6, strength 7, minus 1 AP, damage 2, giving you some decent anti-armor, or at least light anti-armor, but also providing you with a longer range threat, which will help as your vehicles generally want to be staying at a longer range with this force. And so here we have our sample army list for the Raven Guard. Now this is just combining the 2 box sets, and we've gone for an Arcs of Omen detachment here. This is just going to be a fun way that we can open up the field, allow us to take as many different options as we want, play around with how we're doing it, but also, you know, just allow us to, when we expand forward, not have to worry about what slots we're filling up. Also, this does generally seem like the way we're going to go into the new edition as well. So, a Lieutenant in Phobos armor is going to be our Warlord here. We've gone for target priority as the Warlord trait. This gives the model an ability that it can use in the command phase to select a chapter Phobos unit within 6 inch, and until your next command phase, each time a model in that unit makes a ranged attack, you can add 1 to the hit rolls. Now, we've then also gone with giving them a relic, which is going to be one of the relics of the Raven Spire called Ex Tenebris. This is a 36-inch range, assault 3, strength 4, minus 2 AP, damage 2 weapon that replaces his ranged weapon. And each time you select a target, it can ignore the lookout, sir, and the model won't receive the benefits of cover to its saving throw as well. Another Primaris Lieutenant is just a Mastercrafted Bolt Rifle and Power Sword in there. And then our troops, we have the Infiltrator Squad in there with their Marksman Bolt Carbines, and then we've also got the Helix Gauntlet. And then we've got 2 Intercessor Squads that are equipped differently. One of the 5-man Intercessor Squads has Stalker Bolt Rifles, there'll be a backfield objective holder, and the other one has the Assault version with the Auto Bolt Rifles and an Astartes Grenade Launcher in there. This unit, along with our Primaris Lieutenant, will be the ones jumping in our Impulsor with Fragstorm Grenade Launchers, Iron Hail Heavy Stubber, and Shield Dome. We then have Invicta Tactical Warsuit. We've gone with putting the autocannon on this model just for the longer range. This definitely helps the vehicle stay alive longer, playing at a longer range. Reaver Squad in there as well with Grapnel Launcher and Grab Shoot. Suppressor Squad and Eliminator Squad in there as well. Rounding out the force at a perfect 1,000 points with 58 power level and 4 CP left to play around with. If you've got some ideas on how you combine these two box sets, or indeed if you think there's a better combat patrol for the Raven Guard, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fantastic little community here, we have a Discord server which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. If you would like to, you can do so either by YouTube members or Patreon, or by grabbing yourself some merch at Teespring or at our Ko-fi store. All of them are linked down in the video's description. As a special thank you to our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons: Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Outer Shot First, Andrew Bowen, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallers, Redman, Iron Grinch, Nicholas Colomos, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And to our YouTube members: Green Rich Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weird, James Tillman, Gargamel196, and Disco. Lastly, a special thanks first of all to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing art with the channel, everyone who helps come and provide the games for everyone to watch on the channel as well, and indeed all our fantastic mods and members of the community who keep our Discord and comment section a fantastic place for all to be. Thank you all once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war